every single map here in the series. So 3 defensive first halves. Should we make it all 3 maps? And, well, we're stacked up as 5, and Dicey gonna try and lurk away from the squad and maybe play on the top side. Oh, no, actually, we're going quick here. How much util is set up for this? Nothing to stop the push onto site. Baby Bay's made it, and the rest of the team in tow here with Supa and Rossi.
Immediately the camera goes down, and the only one inside that Cypher has to play back, has to play for that retake. Is a 5v5 though, as a Spike is able to get planted. FaZe just immediately taking control.
Smokes down to try and deny for now. Maybe they out towards Arcade. A couple of kills back and forth thus far, but a good flash will stall this retake for just a moment as Rossi playing the flashes here on this one, as the last one standing was poised, and unfortunately FaZe just couldn't hang on to the site. Then G2 off to a great start.
A quick 1-2 for that retake, especially when you're able to play with that Cypher. Again, just playing back and having those different styles that we get to see very, very early on from G2, right?
2 smokes available, so enough to get onto this B side, or at the very least, cut off any avenues here. Would be gonna toss up first Incendiary. Cages go up, and Dicey gonna be able to walk on here for free. Nope, not for free. Gonna get tagged by the trap wire. 3 players just behind him as well, and it's a discombobulated push onto the site, but they've got it for now. It's an aftershock. Looks to stop the plant. Supa will get that one down safely. But G2 again in the driver's seat here in the retake. No, Rossi gonna turn the odds for just a second. We go back and forth, and Supa finds one with the Incendiary. The long-range stinger from Penny. Can't quite collect the second. And somehow FaZe have managed to reel this one back into a 2v2. A player in Arcade, a player in Tower. Shazam gonna go push aggressively, but that Bulldog, it's all bark, no bite, and FaZe have done it. They win the force. Yeah, that's a great point. You get to hold on to that ult. You don't have to go ult for ult here, and this is the site hit now happening. Baby Bay to find the first. It's a complete crunch here on the B side. And, well, there's an orbital strike. Unfortunately, a bit of friendly fire. Baby Bay has to get out of dodge as the classics and stingers go good for a couple. But, okay, never mind. Penny, stinger in his hand, finds a couple of kills. Flashes out. Spike is down. Now spotted Superman once more. It's a stinger. It's a Bulldog. It's the 3-round burst from both sides. But Penny on the lesser end of the duel for now, or is he going to try and take it? Unfortunately, on the swing, Supa just a bit better. The weaponry a bit better. And the round will go the way of FaZe.
I mean, the Neon as well, when you have that fast lane, it just makes that B entry so much quicker. We saw it from Optic a bunch of times last year, and we get to see it for FaZe once again, though. It's slowed down.
That hurts. Just getting spammed through the smoke. Rossi falls. That's one set of flashes down. Baby Bay down a tough spot. He's, well, actually in the worst spot on the map here. So much utility to be dumped out that way as the Neon continues to try and jiggle and bail himself out. Dapper will net his 3rd on the round and poise once more, just like in the pistol, the last one standing. This one, however, a whole lot less doable. An Investor Flawless comes through, and G2 have tied us up. See if an A play comes back to fruition as Baby Bay walk right on into that one, and he basically just sacrifices himself to try and sell the fake. But Penny hasn't moved. Neither is Oxy. They're ready for this.
And it's a difficult one here with the players across the map. 2 already go down for FaZe, and it was an eco. They didn't have too much. With Poison, Rossi, the last one remaining. And yeah, that's one thing that I noticed as well, right? For Poise, being on the sky, just trying to give a little bit more support for Baby Bay as he goes in. And G2 just playing so far back because they know there's going to be the Rolling Thunder available. You don't want to be caught in that. So they're going to play back. Once again, the retake workout before they can do it again. But the Showstopper 2 gets 1.
Yep, it all does get 1, but it's a 1-for-1 as Orbital Strike once more. Gonna come through and slow down the retake here. A player still on site, however, and I don't know if Baby Bay's been noted just yet. Whippy crosses, Baby Bay now position known. But Whippy completely surrounded inside main. He's got a player standing basically on his head. And, well, that player on his head will sit him down. Whippy falls, Baby Bay collects another, and FaZe will tie us up at 3 once more. To get rid of some of that Cypher utility, but the Trailblazer does that same job. So finds the first one, has not found the second one. However, Dapper in a lot of trouble. Tosses down the cage, pulls out the shorty, but stunned up, couldn't get a whole lot done. Meanwhile, Dicey falls on the opposite side of the map. It's a 1-for-1 trade out towards A, and a player dead for G2 out towards B, which put FaZe in a pretty good spot. And look at that plant, just a bit safer than the aftershock. would allow. Rolling Thunder on the opposite side, though. Shazam wants to go quick. 2 players inside the tower, and the cross, it's just narrowly missed. And Oxy gonna try and run him down, but stunned up. Rossi says no. The cross from Arcade eventually is good, and Poised plays the birds for 2 of his own, and FaZe will reclaim a lead. Oh,
Jump.
I don't know if he spotted something that made him give up on that, or if he just whipped the jump. However, or either way, it's still tough for Oxy.
Okay,
That's tough as well. Dapper kind of getting his just desserts as we get another orbital strike. This one coming from Whippy, but it wasn't enough to stop the plant. So Spike's still down, FaZe still a player ahead, although the health isn't great on a few of them. And Baby Bay being one of them, he's still fragging out. 6 HP in a dream is the last one standing is Whippy. As the Incendiary has 2 smokes to play with, but a 1v4, the economy, it's not great. I would imagine wants to try and look to save, but Baby Bay on the hunt here. The rest of FaZe just behind him. A fault line at his feet. And Whippy, oh, unfortunately, there's just too much. FaZe doing everything they could, not only to win that round, but to reset that G2 economy.
Again, it doesn't find anybody. G2 playing so far back, and FaZe is actually expecting that it only gets traded at the end, but again, Spike planted post-one scenario, and a retake that has been so impossible for G2 so far.
Yeah, Oxy retrieves a weapon, but just can't do anything with it, unfortunately. Baby Bay on the off angle. Dapper does collect one, but he's the only player on the site. Incendiary shoot up here. Super taken down low. One in response, however. And that's going to make things a little bit harder to stand inside A main as they'll wrap all the way around. The back is spotted. The head is shot. And now Dapper has to go clutch here. A Stinger. 86 HP, Baby Bay and Poised, and he wasn't ready for the player behind the box. So a 6th picked up for FaZe, but the lead has doubled for this team.
Gonna be a 45. There he goes.
Yeah, but great timing though, right? They hit that Rolling Thunder, sure, but a beautifully timed fault line coming from Shazam slows down that push immensely. At the end of the day, it is still a 1-for-1. The zappy fingers are on here. We'll see if Baby Bay can find something as he storms his way onto the site. Meanwhile, Dicey across the map, and the Spike is headed this way.
Dicey trying to find something here. Only depends on camera, already spotted. The one player, as everybody else for FaZe, is able to make that rotation. The early aggression, though, in this 45 seconds was so good.
10 seconds left.
For G2 to be able to react in time, and Shazam gets 1 4v3. It's even once again.
Even once more as Dicey tosses out the hat. We'll get 2 pings of information. So for now, G2 have to stay put. Don't want to reveal where they're headed just yet. Fault line's out. Still a trapwire on the site, but it shouldn't get any value. Soup on the backstab just makes it so easy. The cross set up perfectly. And then swinging into 2 was Dapper. G2, sure, they took the time out. Nothing changed at the start of the round. Nothing changes at the end of the round as FaZe win another. Next round, I guess. Number 3, by the way.
No hard feelings.
By the way. Just giving count here. I mean, there's nothing you can do at this point, right? G2 just playing so far back. They had Stingers. They didn't have the best buy for this round. Yeah, I mean, and you have an unusual theft. How much can you do with it after FaZe is able to position themselves so well, playing forward, pretty much denying the Cypher to get any value over and over again?
30 seconds left.
And that stings.
Yeah.
That could be the nail in the coffin on the round here. Penny falls. Now the site hit out towards B, and I mean, just a spanner in the works. So much thrown into this round, making it crazy here for Whippy and Oxy. Well, now just Oxy to try and find the win. Spike still needs to be planted, however. 10 seconds left on the clock. I'm not too sure if Oxy knows this. Says he picks up a couple of kills for himself. Doesn't matter. Baby Bay in the back lines, 9-3 at the half, and G2.
But it looks so clean for, and G2 hasn't been able to react.
No, and well, the quick play doesn't stop there. They wanted to go aggressive out towards Dish, and well, aggressive they go. Rossi here to pick up the pieces, but Whippy immediately steals that kill back. So uneven odds here as Dicey gonna try his hand. Will find the first. 70 HP is not a whole lot here in a 1v2. Flashes out, and Whippy happy to collect the 3rd on the round. We're back on track for orbital strikes, and G2 back on track to being back in this game. Kind of false confidence when you're up that high to force the rounds down.
Absolutely,
and then eventually you're finding yourselves in pretty awkward positions. Doxley quickly going to take control of tower. Boombot goes out. He's going to follow right behind it. Meanwhile, everybody from FaZe working their way through the spawn. Baby still trying to figure out which way he wants to go, so he's going to be headed to the top side of the map and flank through Arcade, while the rest of the team, Generator, it's Canteen. It's 4 players here for now, and Shazam. I mean, really, Shazam just around the corner from getting backstabbed. This tripwire, though, should give it away.
There.
It just has to wait for the right timing for there's a FaZe to try to hit this side, though. A good amount of players already low. There's not much that you can do. Give this round to G2.
Die, essentially, is what you have to do. Good damage onto one. That's just a stinger of Penny. Maybe they're going to go for that one, though. Try to take a fight with Shazam. It will eventually fall. Dicey gets one for his trouble. Poise also in that same boat as the rest of the team will go down. Decent damage dealt by FaZe, considering that they basically full saved into that round, but it went the way of G2, and now this lead is only 4. I love the adaptation, right? Hey, if we don't have a Raze that can get up there, let me see if I can hop up with the Neon. He's not going to go for a second chance. Azoxy going for his first on the site. We'll find that kill onto Dicey. Rossi's able to get one back, but G2 right here in the face and fighting forward as they end themselves a player ahead in a spike planet.
And it all happened so quickly, right? There was that position, that information immediately gets denied. Dicey the first one down. Now you have 3 players from the side of G2 position. Or at least a little bit of crossfire coming through. Superman, you stand a chance here. It's a good idea here. With the wall as well coming through.
A really good idea. Cut off the vision for the players inside main. Tap onto the spike though. Fragment will delay. Flash up and over the top. Nobody really home to fight as Penny falls. Now somebody's got to get on that spike. Looking away from the flashes, Baby Bay. And a transitory win streak for G2 finally comes to a close. As FaZe find double digits. 3 stingers, still a
Look
little
at the
bit
read
one.
from FaZe.
And it's good for now. Everybody here for the defense, just about 4 players on this side of the map. And look at the kill feed. Whippy goes huge. Resurrection available for the robot. Shazam gonna hop onto it for just a second. Has to hop off, but it'll eventually fall. And Dapper can't quite reel in the spray from this stinger, so he swaps weapons. A Vandal now in hand with 7 rounds left in the magazine, and he is all on his lonesome. Seekers are out. Trailblazer as well, so some extra information as Dapper gets the reload. Dicey plays the high ground and closes us out for 11 for FaZe.
I mean, and I said it right. It was such a good read from FaZe. Because again, as the stinger's coming through. And that's scary.
Quick aggression, and you mentioned this earlier, is probably gets away from G2 as
so
Baby Bay from downtown is finding these kills. You mentioned this earlier in this, the changes that FaZe have made is Baby Bay just trolling. He's been tagged by the cam. He's not taking it out. Just they're corralled, caged here even. As Dicey tries to jump up, fails the first. The backstab, swift, the round even swifter, but the control on the map, right?
Has been trying to get that information, has been trying to play for this camera, but it gets shot down every time. It's the other side for Dicey actually holding and pushing now with the rest of the team.
Smokes are down, good 0 point. That's gonna turn off Dicey's ability, so no trap wires to worry about. And the site's been taken. Okay, half the battle here for G2 as they get the spike planted, but now the Chase, we'll see how potent, and they're ready for the players now playing around the map. Oh, it's Oxy, the first to fall. I thought he'd get the jump on Baby Bay. Unfortunately, not the case. And now, how much is there to worry about, right? Who's coming from spawn? Who's coming from these other angles? Dicey is the player from spawn. Headshot there. Information and confirmation once more. Flash up. And this should be the round. We'll see if G2 is Dapper gonna get spammed again. Aftershock behind. Out coupled. The orbital strike to try and delay. But unfortunately, doesn't think that's gonna be enough. Spike's halfway. And we have gone the distance here on Fracture. 13-5 is where we finish FaZe with an incredible start to your drive.
And it's only one